Okay, now some more homes. This is a view, this is after the development was done. This is the house here at the corner of Acton, and this is High Street. So this is the house that Eleanor Parkhurst lived in later in her life. This is the town hall. This is the Amos B. Adams farm, and it's on Fletcher Street. That's the house, the other mystery house that I told you I didn't know what it was, in the front cover of the history book. So here again is the front cover of the history, the inside jacket of the history book. And there is the Amos B. Adams farm. So now you've got knowledge of what all of these buildings are all along here. There was another building that came in later, but it was after 1923. This picture actually is about 1923 based on the whistle up here. So we're going to talk about this building later. This is what the site looks like today at the corner of Fletcher and Chelmsford Streets. That's where the Amos B. Adams farm was. It's a Sunoco station today. This is Google Earth. Okay, now we're at Skyview Drive, and that's on Westford Street near the end of Dalton. And Skyview Drive goes right about through the middle of this barn. This was David C. Perham's dairy. And his grandson, his son was Edwin C. Perham. He ran the dairy after, and Edwin C. was delivering milk. So here he is with the, in this particular case, it's, can't quite read it. There were two names for the farm over the years, but that's Arnold C. Perham. Arnold C. Perham was a collector of history. He was a historian. He worked for the town for something like 67 years. He was a volunteer. Very active. He was a historic commission member, and guess what he was president of? Historical Society, right? Hey, we got a really smart guy here. So, and at 77 Westford Street, the house that just recently got moved back, this barn was actually located right behind the house. In the picture that's in the book, it's about 1898 or so. You can't see this barn because it was behind the house, but there it is. This is across the street, number 76 Westford Street. That house is still there. And this is the 1934 picture. That's David C. Perham and then Edwin C. Perham. This was part of their farming operations. Now, David C. Perham was also a butcher. So one of these buildings may have been a slaughterhouse. This is what it looks like today. There's the Westford Street sign. There's a little oval at the end of Dalton Road. This is what the oval looks like from the end, and if you look at the rock here, it says Perham Corner. So you say, aha, now I know why it's called Perham Corner, because David C. Perham and Edwin C. Perham owned the house on this side of the road, 76, and they owned the house on this side of the road, 77. The one on 77 was actually rented. Another butcher rented it, and there's a picture of his wife and daughter in the new book. And if you look very carefully, there's a picture of the butcher himself. He became a fireman. Oh, but you have to go to the fire station history to see him. But he's in there. Now, this is Westford Street this way, and this is Dalton Road down this way. What happens if you go all the way to the other end of Dalton Road? There's another park, right? What's that park called? Perham Park. So both ends of Dalton Road, you got Perham Corner at this end, and you got Perham Park at the other end. Well, the park at the other end was actually given by Henry S. Perham, who was a cousin, and the relationship is explained in the new book. And this is Ted Emerson. We've been talking about Ted. Ted was actually Brad Emerson, who called me today, his father. And here he is as chairman of the selectmen, and he's giving a dedication to the monument right here for Perham Park. So this is what it looks like today. This is Chelmsford Street, and this is the other opposite end of Dalton Road. And there's a 52 millimeter anti-tank gun that was installed here after World War II. If anybody knows where that gun came from, anything about it, I've had some inquiries. People haven't been able to find out anything. So if you know, you can help us do the research. Contact through the Historic Society website.